You just share. We'll just share one screen because she's recording and doing all these things.
Ashley's recording.
Oh, Ashley's recording. Oh, nice. I'm here.
Good. So, how to start?
Hello, everyone. How are you?
Hello, Carlos.
Hey, guys.
Hey,
Yeah, let's start with the as we do every week. With intention or no? Start with demo. What was our plan for this call? This weekly call?
It's grooming and planning. It's not review and demo. I think
it doesn't have any demo.
it's not in the agenda. I don't know. What should it do?
But I remember. So we either demoed on Monday or Tuesday, but I remember it was Monday. Last call we demoed on Monday.
Yeah, okay. I think
Yeah. We don't. I guess we should. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I think it was going to be every Monday we meet, and then like with a mid-sprint demo on the Monday, and then Tuesday is every other week, I think.
Wednesday or Tuesday. I think it was Wednesday. The Tuesday has
Wednesday, you're right, Wednesday.
Yeah.
The grooming? I mean, I guess the grooming was on Tuesday and we canceled the Wednesday call. Let's see.
No.
No, anyway, I guess we can start with the demo. If Ramin or you are available, Mohammed, and Matteo, of course. Demo what you have done.
If Ramin can demo the project verification, it will demo my works also.
Yeah.
And it will be great. Yeah.
Ramin, are you ready for demoing the project verification? Ramin, are you here? You are mute.
Hi. Let me change my monitor. I'm on the. Yeah, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Let me switch.
Get over and bring myself a water. How it's going?
I can see you on the screen.
But I can. Actually.
Do you have my screen?
Yes.
We don't have it on Netlify. Okay. I mean, you are on mute.
Yeah, Ramin connected to me.
Yeah, first we should create a project on Giveth.io, and then we will verify that project on Trace and make it traceable. So first, let me make a project. Can you send me a valid wallet address, because I have used iMall wallet and I need to
I send you.
create a new project.
I send you in Telegram.
So you need the private key.
No, I don't think so. The owner of the project is myself, but the recipient is Muhammad. And now I have created a new project on Giveth.io. I can go to my project. The important thing is the slug that is unique in Giveth.io. This is the slug that we should have it, and I think we can design a new button here to, for example, get trace, or for example, a new button that says make your project traceable, and when you click that button, it will pass you to trace.giveth.io with this link. Trace.giveth.io /verification/ the project slot that you have on Giveth.io, and on that project yes, first you need to sign in. Yes, you need to sign in with exactly with the same address that you have created your project on Giveth.io, and here you can switch your wallet, or you can switch your account to find exactly the same address here. And now when you change your wallet, you can and check your address here, you can click the next button. When you click next button, the trace.giveth.io will query the giveth.io to fetch your project information. For example, this is my profile on giveth.io. It's the RAM MetaMask, and it's the email address and wallet address in giveth.io, RAM MetaMask. This is exactly the same information on the giveth.io that I should confirm it. After I confirm it, it will automatically make a user profile in trace.giveth.io. But here I have already registered in Trace, so it doesn't make another profile in Trace. And the next step is making your project traceable. This is the project that I made here. Project to get traceable. Owner is me, and this is the description here. And if I confirm and sign, it will ask me to sign the information here. And when I sign the information, it will first upload the information to the IPFS and then that IPFS to the bridge. And it will make a transaction to the bridge. Then I will send the transaction hash to the backend to save that information on the backend, and the backend will automatically make a campaign for me. The campaign will be the campaign title will be exactly the same as this project on Giveth.io. And here my campaign is mined in Giveth bridge, and the backend has automatically made the campaign for me. If I click on this, go to your project. And now this is it. It automatically make the campaign for me, and the campaign owner is me, and the campaign co-owner, I think,
Reviewer.
will be Ashley. That
Reviewer.
Sorry. The campaign reviewer will be Ashley in the production. This is what the team has decided to do so. And yes, this is the exactly same information. Yes, thank you. I will pass it to Mohammed. Do you want to add something?
No, thanks, Ramin. I just want to say the reviewer address is the valid address that is in the config. So if you want to change the reviewer for the verified campaigns from Ashley to Lauren, it's just changing something in config, and it doesn't need any extra code. And that's it, I think. And we have some validation there. For example, if you sign a transaction to set another one reviewer in the blockchain and processing event, we prevent of creating that campaign. Or for example, if the project for a campaign is created for that project, for that Giveth.io project, we don't create another one, and we have some checking and validation for that, and that's it. Yeah.
I have a question around this. I'm curious because before I was under the impression that all projects on Giveth Trace will be verified projects, and so if we were to put a button on the project page in Giveth.io that says "Make your project traceable" and link to that, then that kind of circumvents the verification process. They wouldn't have filled out the application and gone through the actual verification process by allowing them just to circumvent that. So I guess my question is, have we made I guess if we want to move forward and just allow any project, verified or non-verified, to make their project traceable, then we can move forward that way. But if we want to continue with all projects on Trace are verified projects, then we need to have a link that then links them to the application form rather than that, and then once they're approved, then we can link them to that to make it traceable. Does that make sense?
Yes, this is what I didn't open it. I just made an example that it would be, it would be a button somewhere. I don't know where, but it would be a button somewhere that it will redirect the user to the trace .giveth.io / verification. But yes, you're right, and all projects are not verified. Yes.
But if we had it just appear on verified projects, so if the project is verified, then there's like a true value or whatever, and then the button comes up to go make your project traceable. Or in that case, then the button leads to the make your project traceable flow, and if not, it leads to the type form.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you know, it's a test environment. In the real production, we will check whether the project, we fetch the information from Giveth.io and see whether it's verified or not. Unless we will deny the user, if user wants to verify that project, even with the URL, with putting the URL manually, we will deny it from going forward and create a campaign. So you are true, and we have considered that in our design.
Okay.
So it's just for tests. Yeah, don't worry.
All right. I was just curious if if we decided something different, because I was under the impression that they would all be verified. So, and I really like your idea, Lauren. If we have a way on Giveth.io to show, verify your project, and they click it and it goes to the type form, and then once they have become verified, then it can show make your project traceable. And I can also send a link to like in the approval email, when we email them and say, you've been approved for verification, your project is now verified, if you'd like to make it traceable, and provide a link within the email as well.
I think that sounds good. That sounds like a good flow.
Mateo, is that something that would be possible within IO?
Yeah, following the flow that it was shown, I like it. I think it's totally possible. I was thinking maybe I didn't see the start of the form, but do we ask the wallet address which the user is going to be using in the trace campaign? Because if we assume the same address is going to happen from IO, we have to assume that he wants the same address to be used on trace, right? So I am just wondering how we're going to manage that. If we are going to just make it like that by default, or we're going to give the user an option to change the wallet on trace.
Well, isn't the wallet on trace a smart contract for campaign?
No, but I mean the wallet that you sign in with.
Oh. Yeah, I think it would have to be the same one as IO in order for them to scrape the profile information to confirm their profile and make the profile the same. So it would be the wallet address that you created your profile with, not necessarily the recipient project address.
Perfect.
And then about the flow, like with the button for verifying your project, and then once it's verified, that button would change to make your project traceable. Is that something that can be done within the backend on IO?
Yeah, I think that as we are making a call in the trace, we would have to make something in the impact graph to know that something has changed, or just make some kind of process that notices when that happens in the impact graph. It's possible. We just have to figure out a proper way to do the connection between the two processes.
That sounds great. And then the other question I had is there a place, I just saw some when we were going through the demo that there's like some wording or like stuff that we could change a little bit language wise. Is there an issue where I could maybe put some like copy editing notes for this flow?
Sorry, can you tell it again?
in the demo, like it said, please connect with the wallet you had used before. There's just like some language stuff that we could make probably worded a little bit better. And I was wondering if there was a place where I could like leave some comments or notes on what we could change the wording to.
Yeah, it's a design in Figma. You are talking about the verification flow, yes?
Yeah, if you could send me a link, and I would love to put some comments in just about like how we could word things.
We are discussing it in GitHub, and Mitch also had some comments on it, and I will send you the link on GitHub, and you can see the designs, the Figma, and also you can add your comments there. I think GitHub is the best.
Okay, great. Thanks, Remy.
Okay, I will pass it again to Amin. Yes.
Yeah, I have my update is mostly about I try to reorganize and clean our package in npm. I have pushed a library till now that it holds the libraries that are needed. It had the classes that are needed for working with the bridge. I did that in order to allow Meteo to implement the donation functionality of Giveth trace in Giveth.io. Before that, he had to import a bridge project completely and it had an issue with working with the Node version Node version higher than 10. And we know that Next.js doesn't work with that version of Node. So it should be you should be able, Mateo, to just call our foreign bridge or Giveth bridge, a smart contract, and do the donation on Giveth.io simply. Just I can show you. It's just importing a library and sending and passing the web tree address and project ID. That would be so simple. Rest of my week was managing the. I managed to create the pools for the test environment of the for Give token. I made pools on Coant. I'm sure. Rinkby, sidechains. The balancer pool creation wasn't easy. It took me a long time, but they are deployed. The tokens, the pools are ready, and we are blocked by Edu. Edu says that the scripts are ready. I may try myself to run them. Another update is about Chori has created the menus for the give drop. It's just the UI. Let's show you. Just give me a second. Let's share my screen. Do you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the UI, just the components. The logic is not implemented because we don't have smart contracts yet. But as you see, it has based on the design by Marco. Here, so Cheik has done that. And also there is this view. It's the first page. So they are prepared. These are my updates as I remember nothing to add more than that. I cannot remember anything. Of course, we have some improvement in the UI guest trace. It's about the donate. Oh, we have shown them in the last call, I guess. Nothing in my mind that we have missed. Yeah, that's it.
Sorry, one thing to add. We had a big update yesterday. We released after about 1 month to production. We changed the deploy structure. We changed from the PM2 to Docker. It was done in the develop server from 2 or 3 weeks ago, but we didn't ship our change to production. We did that too.
Nice.
Back to you, Rami.
Yeah, weird Monique, this call takes line. Yeah, anything to discuss? Anyone has any interesting things to discuss about?
I do have one thing. We received an email back from the guy at the Giving Block. A few months ago, we had a call with him and talked with him about integrating the API from the Giving Block into Giveth.io to show their projects. Their projects have already been verified, so we could have like 400 automatically verified projects showing on Giveth.io. And so I'm going to communicate with him, but it'd be cool. I don't know if Carlos or Mateo, if you wanted to work with me on integrating that API. I know, Mateo, you have a lot going on, so maybe it's something Carlos could help me with, that I could communicate with you about doing that. And then the other thing I wanted to just think about along with that is how would that work with Trace? Can we offer these projects to make their projects traceable? Or Griff, how do you think that might work?
Yeah, we would not be able to offer traceability to these projects because they don't necessarily. They would have to give us a new wallet address. So with the Giving Block, their wallet address is a Gemini account. So they don't hold their own keys. In fact, we can't send XI tokens to them. We can't even send every Ether token. So there are some technical challenges to integrate with the Giving Block. The biggest one would be like on the front end, we'd have to just note that this is like a Giving Block project or something. I don't know that, sorry, not in the front end. In the back end, we'd have to note that it's a Giving Block project or something and limit the which tokens can we actually use to donate to them. And also they can't receive XDAI donations and they can't be traced.
Okay.
So it's definitely a weird thing, and I imagine that it would probably be worth like examining their APIs. And if Carlos is down to take it on, I think it's a great project for you. But yeah.
Yeah, sure. I can take a look at the API and see what can be done.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I can get the information over to you.
So it'll almost be like a third type of project that will have its own special features.
Yeah. So
I guess there was another thing that. Oh, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut.
No, go.
It was just it's a completely different topic. So.
Yeah, I just wanted to give my update from IO, but go ahead, just to not change you. Don't worry.
The other thing that when we talked in the governance call today, we talked about like defining the working groups for the platform circle. So I just wanted to like bring that up or at least get people's minds on the different working groups that the platform circle has beneath it. But I want to hear your update. So.
Yeah, not so much. Last week I made some work with Carlos regarding the impact graph. Many of the work that is done is not actually seen. It's mainly on performance. You can check out the app right now, and it's more smooth than it was before. There is also some things that need to be fixed regarding some mutations that are allowing weird inputs and of course, the output is really not what is expected. So Carlos wants to give a look on that. I am working right now on the final trace integration on the different details that I was missing that are showing the traces, actually doing the donation, and I'm looking forward to ask you some questions, on the library to allow that donation from my end. And yeah, that's it. Well, with Carlos, I am also planning to do some research on what is the best way to do a quick admin dashboard to allow the projects and set them listed or unlisted for our community members. So that can be done real quick in IO. So eventually we will have to make a call or something mentioning all the projects that are currently listed and what shouldn't be listed, following the criteria that I think Lauren is working on. Yeah, I think that's it. I think, Carlos, if you have some stuff to say, it's your time, man.
Well, I'll say my status. So last week, we were working on optimizing especially the project's listing in the Giveth.io page. So it was doing some unnecessary calculations that we could pretty much pre-calculate and save in the database. And also we removed some unnecessary queries that were making the endpoint slow. So right now, Giveth.io project listing is extremely fast, and you can check that. And during the testing, there are some things that need to improve, like there are no validations in the models of the database. So pretty much you can create a project without title, without description, without a lot of important things. So I think it's important to address that. Mateo created a lot of issues in the board. So yeah, wanted to talk about that. And yeah, that's my status. So optimizing.
Also, actually, I didn't get the first part that you were talking about, that you could request help from me and Carlos. So could you repeat that, please?
Yeah, I was talking about the giving block. I know I think we mentioned it before when we had the call with the guy from the giving block, but we're gonna show the projects from the giving block on Giveth.io. And so that would give us, I mean, they already gone through the verification, so that would give us like 400 new verified projects on Giveth.io. But when implementing their API, we have to take into consideration that the projects there have a Gemini account, and so they can't accept all the same amount of tokens that we accept. And I was just wondering, if you or Carlos had bandwidth to help me communicate and do the API integration. And Carlos said that he would be willing to take it on.
Perfect. No, I thought it was something different. Got you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Someone is missing doing the updates. Mitch, maybe, or Donna?
Well, updates from me, not too much. Just working on building the charts and analytics. It looks like it's almost done on the trace end, the back end stuff, and that's it really. I did some small little changes on the front end of Giveth, just changing some links where they're pointing to and whatnot, but nothing major. I could give it to Donna if she has anything.
Well, I don't have that much update on trace, but I'm working on testing the gardens. That's my main job right now. But I'm because I have to raise my payment. Maybe I have some issues on trace. I played around before. If I want to raise issues on trace, how should I do that? Can you give me access to, I have to go to GitHub and raise issues?
Yes.
Okay.
Giveth -dev repository.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I guess the only thing I could tell you guys is that I'm working on updating the terms and conditions for Giveth.io. We don't have any terms and conditions on Giveth Trace. This is basically just kind of like the legal requirements for like using the DApp that basically say things like you can't add projects that are like offensive or violent or using other people's data or, you know. So I'm working on updating this, and then I'm going to write like a guide, like a brief guide for what projects should qualify as listed and which ones should remain unlisted.
So the other useful things in these calls is, you know, if anyone has any blockers, if they need something, if they need help from anybody else going forward, you know. So does anyone have any blockers, anything that's in their way? I mean, I know Edu is a blocker for Amin, for instance. Are there any other blockers?
No, not right now. For me, there's no blocking.
Cool.
Cool. So I guess we're done. What do you guys think?
I think so.
Maybe on the working group thing, with the proposal that's up, like,
Yeah.
how do you guys feel working group wise? Do you feel like Giveth.io is one working group and Giveth Trace is one working group, or do we just want to have like a development working group with everybody involved now that we're integrating more? Because it feels like things are still kind of separate. They're still kind of two separate teams. You know, like we have Amin's team and then we have like Mateo's team. But also moving forward, if we're going to be integrating, maybe we just do one working group.
Yeah. Having one session call, having one call session would be better, I guess. You know, we will go in the way to merge finally together.
I think that like seemingly the two logical ways of doing them are either kind of like separating them into the things that we're working on like right now. Like I like if we integrate them, then we can say we have like development team, we've got like testing, and we've got like design, which are kind of separate working groups. Or we could say like, I don't know, like Give Economy, Giveth.io, Giveth Trace. But I think I kind of like it with like skill groupings.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
the thing
And then
is,
design is already an obvious one. Sorry, Mitch.
when are these working groups going to meet? Like, is there going to be a testing working group meeting? Because, I mean, what's the point?
Well, I mean, seemingly in my mind is like really just for like organizing and like kind of outward communication. So that when like people come in, they're like, oh, who's working on testing? Or like, you know, so we still just have like this kind of call where we all get together and like, because it's relevant for like developers and testers all to be in the same room to understand what's going on like as a whole. But it's kind of like, and the working groups don't necessarily have to meet, but the working groups are like groups of people working on the same stuff, like working with similar work.
Okay, that makes sense.
But there's definitely a forum post, so if anybody has any other feedback, thanks for your guys' input and stuff, because I think it's ultimately up to you what kind of groups you form. So, yeah, if there's any more feedback or anything around that, you can put it in the forum post.
That sounds good. I'll make a comment in the forum. Okay, great. So should we, I think we're good. Do you guys feel like wrapping up? I like to wrap up early. Unless there's anything else that needs to be said or any other things we need to communicate to each other. This was such a fun call. Thank you for all your demos.
Yeah, thanks. And it's exciting to see all the steps that are going towards integration and stuff, and it's fun. So it was cool to see everyone.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you, everyone.
And
And
I miss Monique for this call, yes, too.
Yeah. We should tell Monique that without you it was faster.
He won't like that.
Yeah. What?
He won't like it. That is too
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah. 1 week I wasn't I didn't participate in